Hey everybody, Graham here with the latest updates on We Share Abundance, the Success on the Plate program, the Turnkey Cash Cow program, and hopefully Facebook are going to let us continue because yesterday, halfway through, or well, no, nearer the end, we just got cut off. They said the app was no longer valid, so I had to reinstall it. But I mean, it was valid when we started, and anyway, it's one of those things. So hopefully things will go better today. I will be going over to Facebook in a moment because that's where we see comments, but we should be streaming live also on YouTube and Twitch. Unfortunately, we seldom see comments from either of those places, but we usually do in Facebook, and so that's why I'll be heading over there. In addition, it'll check that it is working because the Melon app was going great. I mean, it was still working for YouTube and Twitch, but it was pointless to continue when one of the platforms wasn't broadcasting. So, as I say, we'd nearly finished anyway yesterday. Hopefully it'll be okay today. It usually is, but we have had hiccups in the past. So keep our fingers crossed. And I'm heading over now to Facebook, if I can find Facebook on my tabs. And we'll go to our group, which is We Share Abundance Publicly. And hopefully, when we scroll down, we will find April the 11th. How about that, which is today, Monday, April the 11th. And if I've got my speaker on, just a minute, let me cancel that. And now, here we go. And we've got Russ Cowley at the top of the comments list from Newcastle in the UK. And then from the other side of the planet, in New Zealand, we've got Andrew Dean. And Russ letting me know that I'm coming through loud and clear. Thank you. And we've got Richard Atkins from just up the road from me in Devon. I'm in Cornwall, and it's been a pretty decent day today. A bit windy and a cold wind, but no rain to speak of anyway. Then we've got Paula from Holland, and we've got Bhakti from Mayapur in India. So we're getting people in. I'm pretty much on time. We'll give it a couple of minutes more before we get started, and then I'll bring you up to date with what's been happening, where we are, where we're going. I've got my numbers here. I didn't give them to you yesterday because we got cut off, but no big deal really. No big deal. They're not too important at the moment. They will be starting to climb. Well, they're starting to climb already, but they will be steadily climbing more in the near future. Okie dokie dokie. Not a lot happening sports-wise now with the excitement. Oh, South Africa mopped up their test match, so the South Africans will be happy. They were playing Bangladesh, I think, so they won the series quite convincingly. Cricket we're talking about, for anybody that doesn't know. I don't think there's much going on in football today, Monday. Nothing going on rugby-wise. Even the ladies have a weekend off this coming weekend in the Six Nations, so it's a quiet time. Rory McIlroy did extremely well to get second place in the Masters. He had to shoot an incredible round to get up there. Still came second and was still 3 points adrift, but I think he started off the day I think he started off the day 8 points adrift or something like that. Maybe even more. I can't remember. He was +1, but I can't remember what what the gap was. But he did extremely well anyway. Not well enough to win, but well enough to give him a lot of confidence for the future of this season. And who else have we got? We've got Dave Jackson just popped in from London, UK. And it's 5 minutes past at the moment, 5 minutes past the hour. We'll give it to just 6 minutes past, and then we'll get started. And I've just got a message popped up that says battery status fully charged. Don't know why that popped up anyway. It's one of those things that happen to me and I never understand why. Okay, let's get started with a short prayer. Okay, Pascal is corrected me on the golf before we start. There was a 10-point difference. He was +1 and Schiffer was -9. So he did really, really well to pick up 7 points on him. We got Deborah in from Southern Alabama, USA, and Norman from Doncaster, UK. Well, I've been talking about golf. Now let's get started. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so grateful for you. And we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love. Through that love, each member may find the joy of service. And through service, bless each member that they may find true happiness and everything they need from you. Amen. And we've been doing a little bit of affirmations on world peace, and it was interesting. My wife, my friend, my supporter, my guide for almost 50 years, pointed out an article that she saw, not sure where she saw it, maybe in Facebook or something, where somebody from the Ukraine was interviewed, and they were saying what did they think about the support from other countries, and she was saying that they were overwhelmed with the feeling of prayers. They were getting so many prayers coming in, and they were feeling the input from those prayers, and they were so happy and grateful that people were praying for them, and it was giving them strength and courage. Now, you may not believe in the power of prayer, and that's not important. You may think that that lady was just imagining this and she wasn't really receiving all this goodwill. And that's not important either. All I'm asking is that you send goodwill. It won't cost you anything. Send your love and goodwill to all people throughout the world that are suffering. They're all a part of you. They're all your friends, your family. And if it doesn't do any good, does it matter? But if it does do some good, then it's not effort that's wasted. And if it's imagination, it doesn't matter either that people think they feel the benefit of these prayers, because what they believe is their reality. What you believe is your reality in every aspect of your life. It's like Henry Ford said, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Because it's what you believe. You believe you can or you believe you can't. And that becomes your reality. And so why not, just for the sake of it, share love and abundance with people that are in need all over the world, mentally, emotionally, as your brothers and sisters. And the little affirmation we've been doing, or I've been doing, is, Dear Heavenly Father, we're so happy and grateful for living in the United States of the world. And that relates to we share abundance. That's what we are. With God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come on earth as it is in heaven, that we may all be freed from divisive inharmonies and become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay. Just do it, because if it just helps somebody imagine that it's useful, it's working. Okay. So there we go. If you do it often enough and you watch the results often enough, you will prove to yourself through scientific experimentation that it works, that it is real, that you can manifest things. You can start off with simple things like parking spaces or traffic light sequences when you're driving down the road. You can start off with things like that, and you can manifest green lights. You can manifest parking spaces, even in areas where it's just so difficult to find a parking space. When we lived in Long Beach, the road we lived on, we did actually have a garage around the back, but we never used it because it was full of jumble from the rugby club. We collected all sorts of things to have a yard sale to raise funds for the rugby club. But to park within 100 yards of our place where we lived was miraculous. And yet we'd come and my wife would say, "Oh, I wonder if we'll find a parking space." And I would say, "Yeah, there's one coming up." And we'd always find one. It was that belief, that faith that it was going to happen. And you start to think, this is real. And it all started for me back then, which is probably about what, 1995, 96 maybe, when I read the book Autobiography of a Yogi. And I was an atheist, and I didn't believe in all this stuff. I believed in the power of the mind, but in keeping you healthy and things like that, not in manifesting other things. But he said in this book, you can do it. Anybody can do it. All you've got to do is try it. And so I said, "Oh, okay, it cost me nothing to try it." And like I'm saying to you now, try sending love and goodwill to all the people in need throughout the world, especially those in areas where there is conflict. And the more you do it, the more you'll say, "Oh yeah, it's a coincidence." But how long can you go on calling things coincidence? Because I came to realize that there were too many coincidences for it to be coincidence. There had to be something more behind it. And that something more behind it, I now call God. And I am no longer an atheist, okay? Because of scientific proof, testing, doing what I was told would do, and then the results that would happen. And it happened too often to be coincidence. Okay. And who else have we got? We've got Alan from South Africa. We've got Kingsley from Manchester, UK. Okay, what have we been up to? Well, Devyani today has been mainly working on the cash cow reporting for admin, because we've got to find a way. I come up with all these ideas, and I say, "Come on, let's do it. Let's get this going." And then we don't have any way of tracking everything that we need to track. We need to know very basic things like who bought the package, We need to know if we have completed various steps of setting up their package. We need to know if we've ordered their traffic. We need to know if they are, if how many coupons they've got left. We need to know all these things. We need to know how they paid, so that in the not too distant future, hopefully, we can give you the option of taking either crypto or fiat currency. If they paid in fiat, fiat in, fiat out. It's no big deal. If they paid in crypto, then it's got to be crypto in, crypto out. But unless we know how they paid and we track it and we find a way of then splitting that so that we give you the option, so it's quite a big job, apparently, and so that's what we've been working on. And I started out the day pretty well with lots of optimism of getting lots of things done, but things didn't work out that way, which they often don't, and I didn't get as much done as I would have liked, for whatever reasons. There's lots of reasons which I won't go into. So I'm still working on getting the campaign set up, and all I can tell you about my efforts there are that they are progressing, and we'll get it done as quickly as possible. I was hoping to have it all done today, but been very little headway made, as I say, because of lots of conflicting interests, things I've had to attend to. One thing is we've had an attack on the website. You won't have noticed it because we pay a lot of money to our server team to monitor and deflect things, but we could have had the website down through a DD, dedicated disruption of service, I think it is, DDoS attack. But you probably haven't noticed anything because we're on top of it. But it all takes planning and putting things in place, and then there's another issue come up. I think there has also been a hack into one of the email accounts, and we're checking on that now because I'm getting feedback from that, which doesn't look right. So we are in the process of working on these things. Let me just see. And we've got support team that can't log in as well. Liz can't log in. Let me just send her a message. I'm live now. Liz, we'll try and log in as you when I get time. Okay, so lots of little things like this crop up and they disrupt all your good intentions. They just mean that the things that you've not done go to the top of your list for tomorrow. Okay, so that's basically the updates on the development, what's been going on, and there was a post I saw. I've told you before, I seldom see posts, but when I logged into Facebook to share this with our other groups, I saw posts from somebody talking about the turnkey cash cow program, saying, it's all very well you talking about this, but not everybody can afford $1,200. And I know that. And he was saying that people lose interest because this is $1,200, and they don't even want to give away coupons. Well, the answer to that really is, if they don't want to do anything, do they really deserve anything? You know, giving away coupons is a great service to people in need. And if they don't want to help other people, why should they expect things to be flowing into them? And the reality is that if everybody gave away their allocation of coupons every month, everybody within a short space of time would be able to afford $1,200 and get involved in the cash cow program. But if people just sit back and say, oh, well, I can't afford that, and I'm not bothering giving away coupons, and I just want people to throw money at me, then they're a bit deluded, in all honesty. We'll do whatever we can for people. But if people aren't prepared to help themselves, it's very difficult to help them. And as I say, if everybody gave away all their coupons every month, they would soon have an income level which would allow them to get into the turnkey cash cow program and not have to bother giving the coupons away again. It's all in your control, in their control, in everybody's control. Your life is in your control. Where you are now is a reflection of the choices you've made in the past. That is what's brought you to this place now. And the actions that you take today will be reflected in where you are tomorrow. And if you want to raise your level of income, perception, love, whatever it is that you aspire to, and you're not there yet, it's because you're not doing the right things. You have to do whatever it takes to be the person you want to be. When you start doing the things that person would do, you start to become that person. You can't just wish your way to success. Even when I talk about manifestations, I've talked about it previously, just today, you have to take the action required to get to that level to manifest those things, and then you've got to recognize the opportunities and the contacts and everything that's coming to you to help you get where you want to go. It's in your own hands. Where I am is a result of my choices. Where you are is a result of your choices. You may not like it. You may not like to take the responsibility, especially if you're not happy with where you are. You can put all the blame you want on environment and political systems and anything you want to do. But you put two people with different attitudes in the same starting spot, and one with the attitude of, yeah, I am there now, and the other with, look where I am, I'm stuck down here because of everything else. And the person with the attitude of being stuck stays stuck, and the person with the attitude that he is already where he wants to be gets where he wants to go. So we can give you the tools, we can give you the vehicle. I've talked about it as a vehicle. People love motor cars. I find them useful. I don't care what it's like. I mean, the car I have is 25 years old. Okay. It gets me from A to B. That's all I care about. But a lot of people love them, they polish them and everything else. Okay. But that's not the point. You see, that car outside even though it's 25 years old, as long as it's got fuel in the tank, and as long as I got the key and I turn the key and it starts, and I put it in gear and it drives, it'll get me where I want to go. But I've got to get in, and I've got to turn the key, I've got to start it up, and I've got to steer it where I want it to go, and I've got to put my foot on the accelerator to get it moving. And if you don't do that with the opportunities in your life, they're going to just stay and rot in the drive, and you're going to blame other people because you couldn't afford to put petrol in it, because OPEC is controlling the prices, and I can't afford to buy petrol at whatever cost it is now, and I've got a bad back, so it hurts me to get in the car. You know, whatever excuses you make, recognize them as excuses and get away from them. You can either make progress or you can make excuses. And if you want to make excuses, you'll stay where you are. If you want to change, you've got to change your attitude, and that will change everything for you. Okay. Right. So you've had the updates, you've had a lecture, and I'm off my soapbox now. I've got the numbers for you. We have a net increase of 22 people in the last 24 hours. We had a net increase of 36 people in the 24 hours before that, because I didn't give you the numbers yesterday because Facebook shut us out. So it's 58 in the last 48 hours net increase in our registered members. We are still declining in our site ranking, but it's slowed down considerably. Just dropped 12 places in the last 24 hours. We are now 13,585 ranked, and there will come a time where we'll start going up again. We've had odd days where we have in fact gone up again, but it's at the moment it's sort of like that. And in the future it's going to be like that. Okay. Multiply Weezer also declining, 316 places lower at 46,437. We had one new member email verified for Multiply Weezer and one new member that bought advertising for the first time. And we had $1, a lot of ones for Multiply Weezer, $1 increase in the bonus pool. This is from revenue share. You get that by just logging in. If you've got an account in Multiply Weezer and you don't log in, you don't get your revenue share. But we log in every day, and every day we get a share of the revenue. Sometimes it's $1, sometimes it's a couple of dollars. It's been like $7 or $8. Not been a fortune, but it's every day it has paid us. But you've got to log in. If you don't log in, you don't get it. So we now have $9,826.54 in the bonus pool. Tokens. Weezer token is exactly the same as yesterday at about 1/4 cent. There's been no trading volume to speak of. Dropped 6 places in coin ranking to 1,874. Weezer Abundance token is up a little bit on yesterday. Yesterday was up a little bit on the day before. It's showing at $298.48, or it was when I took these a short while ago. And we're seeing more volume now in trading of Weezer Abundance token. It's still very low for a crypto. Don't get me wrong, you know, we're not hitting the heights, but we have $2,289 of trading in the last 24 hours. It was only $239 yesterday, but it was $2,790 the day before. So we are seeing increases in there because there was virtually no trading at all. You know, if there was any, it was like $8 or $7 or whatever for a few months, quite frankly. But now we're starting to see the trading picking up, and that's a result of the SOAP program. And it'll go up and down a bit, but it will continue to grow. And that growth in the trading volume is liquidity. We've got a long way to go before the liquidity hits a level where we can comfortably pay members for doing nothing other than logging in. We pay them now, okay? They get what we've always said for logging in, but they can't sell the tokens, so we don't let them withdraw the tokens because it would just damage the liquidity rather than help the liquidity. But we will get to a point where we will have liquidity sufficient to allow members to withdraw some of their tokens. And at the moment, no problem withdrawing from the commissions that you earn from the Easy Business Builder, the SOAP program, or Turnkey Cash Cow, whatever it may be. Those commissions go straight into your available cash wallet. No problem in you withdrawing from there, because those commissions are a direct result of the input of tokens that we receive when people buy the subscription to whatever it is they're buying, whether it's a $2 subscription or a $10 subscription, a $100 subscription, $1,200 subscription. They are essentially buying Wheat Abundance tokens to deposit for that purchase. And the commission we pay is never more than the value of that purchase. So it's Wheat Abundance in, Wheat Abundance out. Okay, so no problems with that. As we grow the volume of the sales in these areas, we will build a liquidity pool, and that liquidity pool will enable us to pay or enable us to allow members to withdraw initially small parts of their stockpile of assets that they have in the Wealth Builder side. And if you want to help that, get out there and give away your coupons. If you want to sit back and say, oh, this is no good, I can't withdraw my coupon, well, okay, it just take longer. We're going to get there. But the more people that pull together, the faster we will do it. Once again, it's in your hands, okay? Nothing one person alone can do to help you. You can only help yourself, and by helping yourself, you will be helping others. Okay, who else have we got? We've got Akpamade from Nigeria and Jaria from Oman. So hi there to everybody anyway. And that pretty much covers what I've got for you. As I say, we've diverted attacks. We've started to put some systems in place that'll help us get you people with the Turnkey Cash Cow program that have already bought it started, and get your coupons dispersed. We're in the process of getting all that put together. It is important. We haven't actually started on the automated KYC ID verification, and we need to get started on that, and I'll be talking with Devyani about that tomorrow. We will hopefully get started on that as soon as we possibly can. Jerry says, in what currency would the withdrawal be? I've been covering that, Julia. It's whatever it comes in at can go out at. Nearly everything that we get in is Wheat Abundance tokens. But we do get payments in with debit cards, and if they are for turnkey cash cow programs where you earn $600, if that comes in on a debit card or a credit card and we get to the stage where we can correctly track it, you can't do it now. At the moment, it's all going out in Wheat Abundance tokens. But when we can track it and we can split it and we find a way of doing that, I'm quite prepared for you to, if you choose, to take the option of having that in fiat currency. I can't promise when that will be implemented. It's not a simple thing to implement, and there are lots of other things in the way. So it won't be, not going to be this month, and it may not be next month. So all your withdrawals currently are in Wheat Abundance tokens, but they are moving pretty well. Like I say, there was over $2,000 was sold today. How much was it? $2,289 worth of Wheat Abundance tokens sold today. Okay, Alan, in the numbers, can you perhaps let us know how many SOAP members joined that day and the total number of SOAP members? Everybody that joins is a SOAP member, Alan. Everybody that joins is a member of SOAP, whether they use a coupon or not. They are members of the Easy Business Builder. SOAP itself is just an add-on to the Easy Business Builder. The Easy Business Builder program is available to everybody, free or paid. There are 7 levels. Free, which is Dreamer, Believer, Pioneer, Scout, Wagon Master, Warrior, Warrior Chief. 7 levels for you. Okay. The Turnkey Cash Cow doesn't change that. They are just Warrior Chief members, just that we're making sales for them. Alan says, in the Turnkey Cash Cow program. The Turnkey Cash Cow program, you will see your coupons going down once we start work on it. We haven't yet placed an order. We're still setting people up, but people that are in that program, they'll see that they've got 650 coupons, and if they come in tomorrow, it might only be 640, and they come in the day after, it might be 630. So they'll know. Okay. But at present, as I say, we're still setting things up, and I was hoping to have a lot more done today, but it didn't happen. It'll happen as quickly as I can make it happen without all the disruption. Okay. Let's just have a quick look here. No, we're not getting comments in the in the Melon app from anywhere. It's all Facebook user. So that covers it for today. And this lovely day has flown away. The time has come to part. Auf Wiedersehen, auf Wiedersehen. We'll meet again tomorrow, same time, same place, with the latest updates on We Share Abundance, Easy Business Builder, Success on a Plate, Turnkey Cash Cow, and anything else we can think of. Okay, God bless you all. This lovely day has flown away. The time has come to part. Auf